Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you guys that are new to the Eden family, welcome. My name is Cassandra. I am the witch, the spiritualist, the founder and creator of Magick of Eden. I am also a published author, writer, and poet. For those of you that are returning, what's up, fam? I hope y'all are doing great. Thank you for stopping by. First and foremost, I just want to set the intention that this message gets to whoever needs to hear it at any given moment, no matter the time or distance. I set the intention that the person receiving this or listening to this message receive whatever it is that they need out of the message, and that it helps them, if they so choose, to apply it to their own lives. So, as you can see, we are going to be doing a pick a deck reading, which I am super excited about, of course. And as you can see here, we have 3 piles. So I'm going to go right into this. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. What I'm going to do right now is allow you the time to sit with yourselves to pick either numbers 1, 2, or 3, or just be open to receiving whichever you choose. I'm going to insert a clip to give you that time to make your selection. Alright, you guys, so let me go ahead and move these cards out of the way real quick so that we can get started with our reading. And as stated, we're going to start with deck number 1, of course, right? Alright, cool beans. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to be working with the Light Seers Tarot, and think deck number 3, because initially it was going to be just 3 cards, but for whatever reason another card came out and I was like, let me go ahead and give a 4th card to each of the other piles. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this. For whatever reason, I'm kind of excited to just kind of flip these cards over, but for whatever reason, I just have this feeling of like, I just heard the word stability, I heard the word fire, I heard the word like life, stability, fire, life, creation. It's kind of like the creations you've made are coming to life. It's kind of like when you see like a weaving. It's like when you see like a weaving, like when someone's like weaving together, or like knitting. For some reason, knitting is coming to mind. Like, it takes a while for the creation to be made, but once you're done, you can see it and you can reap benefit of that. I don't know why knitting is coming to me, like some type of and I'm getting a vision of like a pie for whatever reason. Pies are fucking great, by the way. I love pie. And I'm seeing like, and I'm also seeing like a woven basket. So there's something about the like a weaving. And I don't know why I'm also hearing the word web. It's like weaving, or like weaving a web for whatever reason. And it's like people, it's like, I just heard the word display. So it's like something being shown on display, like something being shown. I just heard something being shown to the masses. So like a creation that was made that is being shown to the masses. And now that is, it's like that thing that you've created is now coming to life, and it's time for you to start reaping the benefits of that. And people are going to start coming to you asking you, how did you get there? How did you do this? Can you teach me? Or do you have like a master class? I don't know why master classes came through, but this to me feels like an element of mastery of some sort. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just get started. So we have it looks like we have the 6 of Wands. Here we have the Ace of Wands here. We have the King of Pentacles, interesting. And we also have the 2 of Wands. That's really, really, really interesting. Interesting. Okay, so the way that I feel about this is that this is, to me, this gives me the energy of like, I just heard like watch and wait. Like watch and wait. Let me move this out of the way real quick. like watch and wait. But for some reason, like I said, I did get this feeling of like something coming to life. With the Ace of Wands here, this definitely does feel like something did come to life here, because to me the Ace of Wands is to me it's like a spark of light. It's like a torch that leads you to whatever purpose, or it leads you, it's the initial fire. And to me the Ace of Wands is also, it's like a divine passion. In a sense, it's a heavenly passion that we all have, and this to me feels like someone was very passionate, or is very passionate about their work. And I feel like now it's time for them to start, in a sense, showing up and sharing their visions with people, with other people. And I'm not seeing this on a very small scale, I'm seeing this on a very large scale. I don't know why, but I just for some reason heard the word in YouTube, like, and I keep hearing public display. There's something that needs to be put on display. And it's interesting because we do have the Six of Wands here. Now the Six of Wands to me is about showing up. It is about people watching, in a sense, or people, it's about admiration and all these different things. But in this sense, what I do kind of feel like, especially since the King of Pentacles is here, this to me makes me feel like someone is showing up as, and isn't it, it's interesting because didn't we say something about mastery earlier? Like this is to me showing, it's like showing up and reaping the benefits of the things that you've been creating. And the Ace of Wands does bring me to creation in this sense. Now with the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands here, I wouldn't be surprised if, yeah, like if you start to see the visions you've had come to life and start to unfold right before you. Ace of Wands is 1, and then Two of Wands is 2, so 1 plus 2 is 3. I would not be surprised if the creations were coming to life now, and like I wouldn't be surprised if you are now being called to show your creativity with the world, if that makes sense. So I just heard the word freelance, like a freelance artist just kind of doing their thing. And I'm also seeing someone painting, like someone's painting like at a carnival or something like that, or like, I don't know what this is, but like someone's like painting and people are like kind of standing around watching this person, and they're just creating this piece on the spot is what it looks like. So this to me, for some reason, I'm hearing the word improvisation, where you've gotten so fucking good at your crafts where you can now improvise and create shit on the spot and you just bam, get paid for it. That's kind of what this feels like to me. But it's not even just this. I just heard divine purpose. So this is something that you were destined, or that you were destined to do, and you're living in your purpose. And if you're not yet, Spirit is calling you to start living in that purpose, to start living in that truth. Because it's something about like you communicating your heart's desires to the world. You are communicating to us the things that you feel through your art pieces, or through your artwork, or through whatever it is that you're doing. And if it's not art, whatever it is, it could be your business, it could be anything you are showing to us, to present to us, and we see a part of you in that masterpiece. Now with the King of Pentacles here, what I'm hearing is that if you have not yet if you haven't gotten the funding for what it is that you need, make sure that you start to put in your grants, to make sure that you look for money that is freely available to you without you having to, you know, take money out of pocket, or get loans or whatever, for whatever reason that is coming through. With the King of Pentacles, what I'm hearing is don't be afraid to ask for the help that you need. There are people who are willing to show up for you, to support what it is that you see for yourself. That is what it is that I'm hearing right now. And what I'm also feeling like is that it takes multiple or multiplicity of individuals to create a whole. So don't forget and don't feel like you're in this by yourself, because you're absolutely not in this by yourself. Like, if anything, what I'm hearing is that you are divinely supported by the people that are coming to you to purchase your work, that are coming to you for your advisory, that are coming to you to learn from you. This is the way that the universe supports you, and this is the way that it's like the universe is giving you an opportunity to present these to the world so that you can then grow and expand. To me, what I'm hearing is that this is all about expansion. You are here to touch people in numbers, is what I'm hearing, what I'm feeling. Like, you are here to give life to a large group of people. This does feel kind of like nerve-wracking. This does feel kind of, I'm getting like this rush of anxiety almost. And it's like, I don't know if you're feeling like, yo, but I'm so scared to like be in front of people. Like, I have stage fright. Just breathe, and remember that we are here to watch you and learn from you, because who better to show up and give what you're giving better than you? It doesn't make you better than anyone. It just means that you have an element to you that is different. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but I'm picking up on Aquarius energy. Like, you may be misunderstood, but if you want to be understood, show it through whatever it is that you're displaying, is what I'm hearing. Like, that's what it kind of feels like. This does feel very generous. It does feel very earthy. This does, and it's so amazing because we have earth and fire. So you may have a fire moon. You may be an earth sign with a fire moon, or you may be a fire sign with an earth moon. But there's something about a heavily emphasis on earth. I'm hearing the word Sagittarius. I'm hearing the word Sagittarius, like get back out there and get to business. Like, get out there and get to work. I don't know why I'm hearing Sagittarius is coming through. Like, I'm picking up heavily on Sag, and I don't know why it's Sag and Capricorn and Taurus. I'm not picking up on Virgo, but I am heavily picking up on, yeah, I don't know why, but this feels kind of like almost all fire signs now that I think about it. Like, all the fire signs, Sag, Leo, and Aries, and then I'm also picking up on Taurus and Capricorn energy. That's what I'm picking up here. And if you are a water sign, you're more than likely I don't know why I feel like I want to say you're a Scorpio, but this kind of feels like really hot. It feels very heated, and it feels very grounding. Almost kind of like, I don't know why, but like Kaz coming through. Forgive me for quoting like a Disney movie, you guys. I'm so sorry. But anyways, yeah, I don't know why, but this feels like really hot earth energy, like really hot earth. But I don't know why I'm picking up on that right now. Oh my goodness. So you know how volcanoes is like earth crust and everything like that, and inside there's lava, and how the earth still can hold that hot ass heat? I feel like, if anything, the fire in you, it's like you're containing that, but Spirit is saying, I need you to erupt, to go boom. Like, I need you to erupt and let it spill out so that you can touch, not so that you can destroy anything, but so that you can bring life to everything else. Because that fire, that heat is the heat of life. It is the heat of creation. That is something that you're meant to show the world. All right, you guys, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick warning real quick. I had to stop because I have two kids, for those of y'all that don't know. I have a soon-to-be 4-year-old and a soon-to-be 1-year-old. The 1-year-old will be 1 October the 5th, so on Wednesday. So anyways, I may have to keep stopping. If you see the video skipping, it's because I stop, I go tend to them, and then I come back. So there's that. So let's go ahead and continue on with this reading. And so just kind of go back, if you will, if you want. Yeah, so let's go ahead and continue. We have communication here. Hope you can see that. I know my ring light is so close. Communication here. And then we do, oh, wow. Wow, are you serious? I cannot right now. Look it. That's so cool. I'm geeking out. The spider creative projects. Come on now. Like, the fucking vibes are always lit here. And then we also do have Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. And then we have Moon, take note of intuitive messages. I love that. And then we have, oh wow, Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. Are you serious right now? Again with the spider. Again with the spider. Like, what the hell, right? And then Elephant Spirit, learn from the past. I am in absolute love with this for several reasons. And with these cards coming out like this, what this makes me feel like is so what I kind of feel like with this is that because you are progressing forward, what I feel like Spirit is saying is that don't forget where you come from, don't forget where you started, and remember to make the same mistakes that you did in the past. Remember to allow those be the lessons, allow those to be, in a sense, the stars that guide you to newer way of doing things. Not even just that, let it be, like, let those lessons be the lessons. Like let them be where they're at, but again, at the same time, allow them to guide you to wherever you're going, if that makes sense. Now, I also kind of do feel like is that with these creative projects, this does in a sense bring healing, because what you're doing is you are not only tapping into your ability to create, but you are also, with each and every step you take, you're saying, this is where I come from. I am no longer going back to that because I know that I deserve more. And as you are, you know, creating these projects or doing whatever you're doing, what you're doing is you're actually bringing healing to the inner child, is what I'm hearing. When you're allowing yourself to create, when you're allowing yourself to create without limitation, when you're allowing yourself to tap into this childlike wonder when it comes to creating things. Because children are so pure, they're so close to God, and children, in a sense, are open to information, and that is the reason why they see spirits sometimes more than we do and things like that. It's because they're so open, and I feel that the more open you are, I feel that the more intuitive messages can flow through. Okay, I'm so sorry about that, you guys. Also, the kids are okay. All right, so anyways, as we were talking about, basically, as you were creating these different things, as you were bringing these projects to life, be open to information that the divine is giving you, because the divine is speaking to you. Your guides are speaking to you through your intuition. The messages that they are giving to you, what I'm hearing is that it's important that you implement them into your work, because when you show that to people, their subconscious is going to be triggered, and then they then receive the messages that you are giving, if that makes sense. Excuse the bumping. Again, it's because I have kids, and I'm so sorry for your ears, you guys. Thank you for being patient with me. I really do appreciate it. But anyways, as I was saying, yes, be open to the information that you are being given. And not only that, again, the information and the creative art projects are actually very healing, as again, they help you tap into your intuition and your creativity. And the more that you do the things that you love, the more, obviously, the more healing that you do get as a result of that. So I do feel like with the elephant, this does bring wisdom that is aged. It does bring a natural wisdom from life's experiences. It brings an element of gentleness, an element of ease, an element of majesty, if that makes sense. It's very majestic. So I do feel that when you are presenting, what I'm hearing is that when you are presenting your art to the world, or whatever this is that you're showcasing to the world, I'm hearing, I just heard, do it with elegance and grace. Which I really think is such a fucking vibe. And I feel that that could be a part of your character. You could be someone who's very elegant, who's, I just heard the word very classy. This is giving me like high-end art that's being sold. I don't know why that's coming through, but if you're someone that does sell art or create these pieces that sell for thousands of dollars, don't be afraid to up your price, and don't be afraid to showcase those in a way that is authentic to you. I don't know why high-end paintings are coming through, or photography is also coming through. So if you're a photographer listening and or looking at this video, I feel that this could be for you. I don't know why writing is also coming through. If you're a writer, use your gifts of writing and also poetry to bring healing words to other people as you do yourself. And for whatever reason, I'm also picking up on automatic writing, on automatic or spoken word, freestyling is what I'm hearing. Freestyling is also what I'm hearing. So test your gifts, test your ability, test your ability to create. Your gifts and your talents are your actual true identity. It's not who you were told to be, but rather who you are authentically is your true identity. So Spirit is saying that. And so again, to my number ones, I'm so sorry that was so messy and noisy at the end. My apologies. But again, as I stated, make sure that you are open to the healing information that you're being given through your intuition. Also pay attention to the visions you're having, and what you see in your visions, I'm hearing for you to display that as well. Because what you are doing is you are contributing to world unity, you are contributing to world peace, you are contributing to the world in a creative way. And this is your time to shine. This is your time to reap your benefits. This is the time for you to start showcasing your work if you haven't already. You can do this online, just be creative, like whatever your niche is, like just show that, and people will support you in numbers, because that's just what we do. We support people in numbers. So So anyways, yes, that is going to conclude our number ones. And I was so happy to give you that reading. Thank you for trusting me here at Magic of Eden to take care of you, or being one of the ones to take care of you in that way. All right, my number twos. Thank you. Oh, wow. I immediately heard truth. I immediately heard truth. And what is it that number twos need to hear? There's something about truth that's coming through. It's like sharing your intuitive, like, I just get this feeling that someone's just like in the forefront, and like I just I just heard center of attention is what this feels like. It doesn't feel like anyone's asking for the center to be the center of attention, but it's like because of their intuitive abilities, they have the spotlight. And it almost feels a little fun. It almost feels like I'm enjoying this, almost, is what this kind of feels like. And I'm also hearing the word freedom, like freedom. It feels a little masculine. This does feel like masculine energy. Life of the party. Who? Wow. There's like, it's like someone's like the life of the party, and they're like really but they're really intuitive, and there's like a depth to them that they don't showcase in the forefront, but that's who they are to their core. There's someone who's like naturally intuitive. There's someone who is in tune with themselves. But the way they are out in the world is it almost kind of seems like they're like the fun ones to be around. And there's only like a very small group of people that know the real them. And I also just heard the words explore yourself. Like this to me, for whatever reason, gives me this idea of exploration. Interesting. Anyways, let's go ahead and pull your tarot cards out. All right, look at that. We have the King of Wands. Is it the King of Wands? Yes, it is. King of Wands. We have the High Priestess. Interesting. We have the Two of Pentacles. And we also have the Fool. How amazing is that? Immediately. Wow. I just heard release it. Like, let it go. Because there's so many other things that you could be doing with your time, and you know that. There's so many different things that are calling out to, that are calling your attention. This makes me feel like there's like a lot of different things going on, but the main focus should be, I don't know why this makes me feel like it's like Spirit is calling you to kind of explore the depth of you. I don't know why I just also heard willpower. The Fool card is here, so this does make me feel like I just heard the word openness. Like, I don't know why, but I also feel like you're breaking away and you're walking away from your old life almost. Like you're coming out of this shell. It's like you're coming out of a shell, and your connection to God is what's gotten you this far. Your connection to Source is what's gotten you this far. And Source is saying, if you let this go, if you let this fall away from you, if you allow yourself to no longer be consumed with the things that are in your hands, it's like open up your hands, let it fall through like the cracks of your fingers, or let it fall through your fingers. Walk away from that and come out a beast. Like, holy shit, like that's wild. You are a beast in the making. You are a beast now, but you are also beauty in the beast. To me, what this makes me feel like is that these are two different aspects of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So this to me makes me kind of feel like by you progressing and by you moving forward, or by you exploring this territory, it's going to take for you to, in a sense, let go of these different things or allow them to fall away and use it's so wow. Like this, I'm getting so much information. So I'll just give you like a couple seconds here. I'm getting so much information. It's wild. It makes me kind of feel like someone, in a sense, is trusting. It's like Spirit is saying, I need you to trust yourself because you have what it takes. Trust. All right, you guys, my apologies, but I cannot remember for the life of me exactly where we left off because I had to stop to tend to these kids, as y'all already know. If you guys hear bumping, it's because my kids are very playful. Thank you guys for working with me through this ghetto time in our lives. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. So yes, it definitely does feel... Again, like there's some sort, like Spirit is leading you to come to the forefront of and be a leader. It does feel like leadership is fast approaching for you. I do feel like I'm hearing Spirit almost say, go in head on with this because you know that this feels right. Like this is something that feels right, whatever it is. It could be you entering into another relationship, or it could be the question you keep asking yourself, am I ready for this thing? The answer is yes, you are ready for this thing. The only thing though is that you are going to have to understand that what I'm hearing is that you have a fear that's blocking you from taking the leap. You have a fear that is blocking you from progressing and moving forward. And that Spirit is saying, there's no need for you to fear. There's no need for you to feel as though you don't have what it takes. Like there's no need for you to feel that you're failing because you're not failing. Because of course, the only true failure there is never having tried at all. That is true failure. And to be honest, I just heard don't count your losses. Like the more you keep tabs on your losses, I feel that in a sense it's so defeating because it makes you feel that no matter what you do, you're going to lose. Spirit is saying have more of an abundant mindset than that. Life is not about you winning. Life is about simply you fulfilling your purpose. And in a sense, that is winning. If we're going to take it there, like that is winning. With the Fool card here, there is something very unique that the world wants to see about. There's something unique about you that we would love to see. But even then, at the same time, what I'm hearing is that you, of course, are entering into unknown territory, but at the same time, is it really unknown to you though? In a sense, you've been here before. All you're doing really is remembering. If I just heard the word deja vu, it's like, this is deja vu. You having deja vu is a confirmation that this is something that you are supposed to be doing. That you're supposed to be doing, if that makes sense. This is something, I just heard that there's something that is exiting your life. There's something that's falling over. There's something that you tried effortlessly to juggle. There's something that you've been trying to fit in. You've been juggling it around, hoping that you can rearrange it to where it can fit. Spirit is saying it is not going to fit. It is okay that it's not going to fit. Just let it fall over. It is all right, because the more that you keep putting your hands on this, you won't be able to put your hands on this, and you're going to be missing the blessing that you know is destined for you, that you know is for you. Spirit is letting you know that it is your time to lead. It is your time to lead. This feels like leadership. The thing about leadership is that leaders, they intuitively know, and they also receive wisdom from other sources that have come before them. But at the same time, it's like they implement them in a way that is unique. They implement them in a way that fits the time that we're in right now. I also, for some reason, this is bringing me to, I don't know why I keep getting this feeling of like a grimoire. Because I remember last week's reading we did, it was like, I kept seeing like a sacred text coming through. This is you looking at old books and old records, seeing how your ancestors did it, seeing what you can learn from them, and then also you implementing some of those things into your ways of leading. Again, as you guys can hear bumping, I'm so sorry about that. Let's try to get through that. Thank you guys for being patient. Anyways, yes, like I don't know why, but this is, like I said, it brings me to some type of sacred text that it's like you're peering through this, seeing, it's like peering through like a scroll, or like revisiting the old story to see how it played out, to see what you could do differently to make it work for you and the people that you are leading. Damn, that makes a lot of sense. Like that's really what that feels like. Yeah, definitely. And again, with these Two of Pentacles right next to the King of Wands, this, to me, it's like the King of Wands is like, yo, like, is it really as serious as I'm making it? like what is this? You know what I mean? Like what am I doing? Like, why am I, like, why do I feel, like, why am I feeling overwhelmed? Like, do I know who I am? Like, do you know who you are? Why are you folding? Don't be folding. Don't fold. That's the message that's coming through for y'all. It's like, yo, like, just get your ass out there is what I just heard. Get your ass out there. And with the Fool card, of course, as you guys know, I am infamous. I am always saying this. It brings me to the void. It brings me to where it's like, it's ruled by number 0, which 0 contains all numbers, as you know, as long as that number has its opposite. For example, 1, -1, 2000, -2000, so on and so forth. So to me, this is where all things are created and all things exist. All dimensions are possible through the void. So I feel that this is literally you tapping into other layers of yourself, and you, in a sense, bringing those different layers to life, because you know that these are the different things that make up who you are, especially with your uniqueness, your individuality. That, again, is your true identity. And I feel like anything that does not fit that is being rolled over, is what I'm hearing. It's like being rolled over, or it's falling over, is kind of what that feels like. I just heard the word review. So the High Priestess is bringing me to review. It's like, also, I just heard the word humble. You are someone that's humble, and it's okay to have a little bit of fun. Like, you know, you're not one who overly strokes their ego. If anything, you've done your best to kill your ego to ensure that you're always walking in a place of purity and I almost heard the word innocence, but it's not necessarily innocence. It's just humility. Like there's this humility about you. Spirit is saying, it's okay to have a little bit of fun. It's all right. Like, you know what I mean? Because if anything, you showcasing that part of yourself is, in a sense, you learning. So anyways, I feel like the core message of this group is that you are being prepared or being groomed for leadership. Now is your time to show up. Now is your time to say, all right, I am now leading this group. I just heard the word teacher. You may be a teacher, or you may be looking into teaching. And so Spirit is saying, I need you to study so that you can then become a teacher. This is someone who is, I don't know why I just heard a wife, but, or like someone who's like a leader of like a family, a leader of a tribe. Even though the Emperor is not here, for some reason I'm picking up on like the Emperor vibes, and it's interesting because I feel that the King of Wands is like the fun part of the leader. It's like someone who's like really vibrant, and they have a very fun way of doing things. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like that life of the party element is people gravitate towards you, and they want to learn from you. They want to follow you simply because you create a space that is fun and safe for other people. And I feel like, especially with the time that we're in right now, we need fun. We need fun. Like, seriously, like everything seems to be just so dark and gloomy. And like when we see this light, it's like, yo, like I've been looking for this light. Like, it's been so dark around me. I need this because it brings me healing. And that, in a sense, you being a leader and you being who you are, you bring a healing element with your laughter. You bring the healing element with your ability to just show up and just be who you are. And the reason why this is masculine is because you're going out and doing it. You're going out and you're projecting that out into the world, and we're feeding off of that, meaning not that we're sucking up your energy, but we're feeding off of that, meaning that, damn, like this made me feel better. That was a highlight of my day. And now it's like it creates a domino effect of other people, of their days being made. I don't know why that came through. Anyways, that's what came through. Kudos to you, my love. All right, Khabibs. And then we have B. The B. Luck, industriousness, sweet victory. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And we have the serpents, knowledge and healing. What were we talking about? Oh my God, look at that. And then we have the traitor, exchange energy to create abundance. Oh my God, yes, I love it. Oh my goodness. I know you guys are like, why the fuck are you sounding like that? Don't ask, I don't fucking know. All right, so we have Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace. And then we have Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. And Otter Spirit, you are never alone. You see what I'm saying? And to be honest, like the way that this makes me feel with these cards coming out like this is that, remember how I said like a few moments ago that we feed off of you in a sense? I feel like this exchange energy to create abundance. We feed off of you, you feed off of us. It's like someone like at a concert and there's a performer performing, and then the performer is feeding off of the crowd's energy, and then the crowd's energy, I mean, they're feeding off of the performer. So it's like this give and exchange of energy that's happening, and it's creating magic, and it's creating this place of a fucking amazingness. Like that's what's happening here. But I also feel though is that it is also important that you make sure you protect yourself spiritually, because there are people who are fucking leeches, and you don't want to be that. You don't want to find yourself being drained of your energy because you didn't set that boundary, or because the person decided that they wanted to be, or this thing wanted to be a leech, or this lower vibrational energy was looking for life and they just needed it from you without giving anything in return. Like Spirit is like, no, I need you to understand that you are never alone, and because you are never alone, that comes with the reminder that there are all sorts of energies throughout this world. You need to remember to protect yourself, to set a boundary. I'm hearing the words no means no. If you said no, that's what the fuck you mean. Don't explain yourself unless you want to. That came through. But anyways, luck, industriousness, sweet victory. This does feel like something that's very prosperous. This does feel like something that you are giving to the world, but the world is giving to you as well. I do feel that you are the head of something. Like you are literally the head. And I just heard semen retention. Like semen retention, or like, wow, this is bringing me to edging. Whoa. Okay. So I normally separate my kink from my readings for Magic of Eden, only because I feel the need to. But for some reason, this is bringing me to edging. You've been holding on and harnessing this energy. I'm not going to explain edging right now. I'm going to explain it in another video because that's a completely different type of vibe, and I'm not going to go into that here. But anyways, you've been holding on to and preventing yourself from reaching an orgasmic state of release. And as a result of that, it's now time for you to project that energy out into the world. But what you're doing is you're implementing that exactly where it needs to go. So when it comes to like semen retention, it's like you're doing the act of, but you're withholding that burst of energy from progressing forward, but that also makes you stronger in a sense. And so when you do reach the actual orgasmic states of release and fulfillment, as I will say, it creates an even stronger outcome, and it materializes even, in a sense, even faster and more effortless, if that makes sense. So that's all that I'm going to say to that. But that's, for some reason, that brought me to that. This is very strong phallic energy. It really, really is. It doesn't matter how you identify. I don't care about that. It doesn't matter how you identify. This is just very strong masculine energy that was being withheld, and it's now being implemented exactly where it needs to go to help the greater good. Thank you for listening to this message, my number twos. I love y'all to the motherfucking moon and back. Y'all already know. I know YouTube is like, this person. I love you guys, though, seriously. And I'll catch y'all later. Here we go with deck number 3. I just heard feminine energy. Okay, what we got going on? Alright, Spirit, seriously, let me stop playing around. Well, I'm not playing around, but you get me nonetheless. Okay. I just heard, like, divine feminine energy. Don't hold back. Speak your truth. I'm picking up, like, throat chakra energy. I'm picking up on singing. For some reason, singing is coming through. I just heard the words occult and magic. Occult and magic. That's so interesting. I just want to flip you guys' cards over. I'm sorry. I can't wait. The Chariot, the Five of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and Death. All right. I'm sorry, but for whatever reason, I was so eager. I was so eager. This truly makes me feel like you have very strong willpower. Very strong willpower. A refusal to give up. A refusal to give up on the things and the people that you love. You're charging forward with precision. Oh my goodness. I'm literally seeing like the Chariot is here, and it's like this is I want to almost say that it feels forced almost, but this is in a sense you forcing your will because you've come from a place of disempowerment. This feels like the opposite of disempowerment. Like this feels like I just heard the word stand strong. This is an encouraging message, and it almost makes me kind of want to cry because it's like you have been so fucking good to people. You have been so good. Like you have been so good to other people. And I just heard that you may be someone who was constantly shot down time after time after time after time after time, and you decided that you were not going to allow that to be your permanent circumstances, and you continue to give, you continue to give, you continue to pour life into these people, into these things that you love. This makes me feel like you may be someone who felt in a sense like you were punished at one point, but Spirit is reminding you there's no punishment. I will never punish you because that would not be good. That would be inflicting self-harm, and that will be inflicting harm on you. And I would never do that, ever. Like, that's what I feel like Spirit is saying. I will never do that to you. But what I need you to know is that you're resilient. And it's not even about you being resilient physically. It's the fact that you have a stubborn fucking heart and you never gave up. And because of that, it's that power that is propelling you forward. But now Spirit is saying, let me be the one to pull the wagon for you. You no longer need to do this. Let me do it for you. This to me, even though this is like a lot of action being presented, I feel that it is like this makes me feel like because you were someone that was constantly because you were the horse pulling the wagon, pulling this here, it's like you no longer need to do that. It's time for you to be the one up there and you catching the ride. And you simply just having fun along the way. Like I just heard you served your time. Like and it's not even the fact that you were in prison. It's the fact that you've learned what you needed to learn. Like you've learned what you needed to learn. I just heard there's no more death following you. Like there's no more death following you. You can now enter into the light. You can enter the light now. This is bringing me to transcendence. This is bringing me to transcendence, and it's bringing me to tears because I feel like this really makes me feel that I just heard you're about to finally hit the breakthrough that you needed. You are a warrior. Like this is warrior energy that I'm picking up on right now. And I am like so overwhelmed with energy right now to where like I can't do shit but cry. Because this makes me feel, and I'm okay, you guys, like I'm crying because I'm not sad or anything. Please understand that. It's just the energy that's coming through with this reading. It feels like someone is like, yo, like, I don't want to cave. I don't want to give up, and I'm going to keep going. I have nothing left to give, but here you go. And it's like Spirit is like, you know what? Let me just take it from here. Let me just get you there because you've done enough. You've done you didn't overly do it, but you put your best foot forward. You put your fucking all into this relationship. You put your all into this fucking job. You put your all into whatever, into this project. You put your all into this. And now it is time for you to just simply transcend above all this. It's time for you. I don't know why I keep hearing transcendent. It's like, I need you to come up now. I need you to come and look at heaven in real time. This is, for whatever reason, this is bringing me to meditation. This is bringing me to someone literally blasting off at the speed of light, seeing the different dimensions that construct this reality, seeing all the fractals that construct our reality. That's what this feels like. This feels like a trip, but this feels like the oohs and the ahs of the beauty of it all. Because even through your pain and suffering, you still decided to see the beauty of life. And because of that, that is what kept you moving forward. And it is now time for you to allow yourself to not only just be in awe, but to just simply experience the best of the fucking best. That's what this feels like, because you never gave up and you never gave in. If you are someone who feels that you want to give up, Spirit is saying, do not give up, because I've seen where it is that you're going. I promise you that if you allow yourself to continue forward, you are going to be a fucking phoenix rising. You are a rising phoenix. You are propelling forward into another awakening, into another rebirth, because you decided to continue to pour into this thing, because your passion never died, because you kept the light going, because the spark that you started off with is now lighting up everything. And because of that, you are now at a point in your life where you're ready to transcend beyond everything and to just be. Like Spirit is saying, it's time for you to just be. Now, for those of y'all that don't know me, that don't know how I do my readings, I go based off of what my intuition is feeling, and sometimes it does go against what the original meaning of the cards are. I honor that. And if you are someone who reads tarot, you understand what I mean. If you are someone who does readings, you get it. But if you are someone who doesn't, I go based off of intuition. Yes, I will sometimes go with, of course, the original meaning in conjunction with my intuition. But this feels like heaven. This feels like I've got my wings now. Someone who's passed on is saying, I'm so proud of you. And even though you can't see me, I feel you and I'm here. And it's so overwhelming, this energy. It feels so fucking good, man. Like, it feels so good. Like, it just feels like those who have passed on are like rooting you on, saying, go, 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 go to the finish line. And it's like, I'm seeing someone finish like a race. Oh, man. Like someone was racing and they got tired, they were winded, but they ended up making it to the race, and like people were just cheering them on and like screaming like, yes, yes, you made it. And it feels like those are your ancestors. Those are the people that have come before you, and those are the people that you've birthed that are saying, I see you, and I'm so happy and proud to have been in your life, and I'm so happy and proud that you are continuing this race that I cannot finish. That's exactly what that feels like. I am so happy for y'all. And I'm trying my best to like not be a crybaby, but this energy feels so strong that my body can barely hold the energy. I can't do it. So whenever something is like so high in like energy, I either stutter, shake, or I start crying or I laugh, because like I don't know what to do with the energy. Or I'll meditate and then I'll be like blasting off into space. So there's that. But whoever needed to hear that, I'm happy to have delivered that message to you. Let me go ahead and continue with the reading. You have the mystery here. I love that. The mystery. You have truth. You have Knight. Be brave and honest. You have if you hear my 1-year-old, he's okay. High Priest, you have intend and create, which is interesting because it does feel very feminine, but nonetheless. Cow Spirit, miracles are endless. And you also have groundhog spirit, time to let go. I love that. So remember how earlier when we were saying that Spirit is saying it's time for me to pull the wagon now? That is in a sense what I feel this means as far as like time to let go. It's time for you to take your hands off the steering wheel because you've done enough. Spirit is saying you've done it all. Now let me continue it for you so that you can just relax and just show up and just be. And I also kind of feel like the mysteries of life is what I'm hearing has been solved. Like all the questions that you've ever had. This is bringing me to philosophy. Wait a minute, didn't we say something about magic and mysticism earlier? No, not mysticism. I think we said something about magic and the occult. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyways, just go back to the beginning of your reading number 3, and then that's where. Yeah, anyways, so yes, I do feel like there's something that it's like these newfound truths or are being revealed, and I feel like this is bringing me to prophetic messages for some reason. It's like you've seen it. Wow, Spirit, remember when we said Spirit is like, I need you to see heaven up close. To continue on again, is that there is just so much mystery. There was so much that you discovered. There was so much depth to you. And now it's, in a sense, I feel like Spirit is saying, take the things that you know that you found in the shadows. Take what it is that you have seen. And what I want you to do is when you get to this place, I want you to express that. I want you to exhibit that, is what Spirit in a sense is saying. I also feel like Spirit is letting you know and reminding you that there is no boundary or limit to you. Everything that you could ever want is available to you. Don't forget that. And I'm going to give that to you, is what Spirit is saying. And I feel like, if anything, in a sense, is that now is the time for you again to be nurtured. Now is the time for you to just simply have fun. Now is the time for you to just put forth your energy in a sense, just being and being present, but also doing what it is that brings you laughter, love, and passion. You see what I'm saying? And allow the, I just heard magic carpet. So it's like, allow the universe or God or source, whatever you believe in, to be the magic carpet that gets you to where you need to go. It reminds me of Aladdin. I don't know why Aladdin is coming through, but I feel like even though he, lied about being a prince or whatever, he ended up showing his true colors and she fell in love with him anyway. And I feel like this is you showing up in your true colors, and then whatever it is that you want, falling in love with you and aligning with you as well. And you being in that truth and understanding that there is no fear. There is no fear within you, at least. And if there is, Spirit is saying, all right, it's time to kill that. It's time for me to suck that out of you, right? And again, just continue to be who it is that you are. This is an encouraging message to allow yourself to be carried through this next phase in your life, but also for you to understand that the next phase of your life is about fun, about romance, about just being, romance is really big for you for some reason, is what I'm feeling. Move with intention. Move with the rhythm and the flow of the universe. Move with that, because that is your natural rhythm. The flow of the universe is your natural rhythm. The song that the earth makes is your natural song that you dance to, that you sing to, that you project your voice out to. This, for some reason, is bringing me to performing. I don't know, the performing arts is coming through. You may be a dancer. Dance your fucking way. Dance your fucking way. Literally, dancers are like the athletes of the fucking universe, in a sense, or like your movements, your body movements is you. It's like you show how fractals create this universe through your body movements, dead ass. I'm this is bringing me to dancing. I don't know why dancing is coming through, but if you're a dancer, allow the dance that you are performing to be revolutionary, but not even just that. Let that birth a new you, is what I'm hearing. You are literally transforming into your highest best. You've gone through all the muck, you've gone through everything, and you are not looking back. You are literally going forward. You are literally combining everything. You're not looking at things as far as like black or white. You're saying this is this is that, but there's the in between. I'm choosing to go with everything because everything I encompass that. It makes me who it is that I am. Because I am. I am one with creation. I am creation. I love you guys dearly. Thank you so much for coming onto my YouTube channel. You guys can follow me on Instagram and journey along with me at Magick of Eden. You guys can also catch me online at the Apothecary, where I make fixed candles, where I sell my poetry book, of course, shameless self-plug, and I also, of course, create other magical goodies that you can use along your journey, which we are preparing for a massive restock of everything, as well as we're going to be implementing new items to add to the Apothecary as I am being directed by Spirit. So you can also follow the podcast, because we do have a podcast, at Magick of Eden Podcast, where you will find me going on blabbering about whatever subject. So I love you guys so much, and thank you for spending time with me. I really do appreciate you all, and I will see you in the next video.